Hey there everybody, welcome back to the farm channel. Hopefully you all have had a great weekend, but as you can see behind me, there's no metal on the roof of the barn. So if you want to follow along today's video, I'll tell you what we got going on. I have a backstory on this barn here. It was built in 1964 by my great-grandfather and my granddad, the current owner of the farm, and then some friends of theirs. It is 40 wide by 50 foot long. Dad and granddad's tell me that they could one time store about 1,500 or so square bales of hay, but now we can store about 90 to 95 round rolls. Of course, we don't fill up this little area right here just to give us a little walking path to the gate and whatnot. But what we're doing, we're having some friends of ours replace, like you can see on these, maybe hard to see on the camera, but the 1x6 slats, a lot of them have pretty good rotten places in them. So we got a roofing guy of ours that's coming in, and he couldn't find 1x6s in a hardwood, so he went with the 1x4s that are made out of yellow pine, and he's putting more of them. Of course, when they built the barn, the 1x6s, I think there's about maybe 12 or 13 per side, and of course it's not quite double, but pretty close on the 1x4s. Of course, uncovering, taking the Galvalume off, that's the original roofing. Notice that some of the, I call them runners, there's replaced about 15 of those so far. They weren't as bad as the 1x6s, but while we had the roof and everything tore off of it, it's just best to go ahead and replace any of the wood that's got any kind of rotten spot in it. Then once they get the 1x4s put on and some of the runners replaced, then they're going to go back with just a normal 5V metal roofing that's most common today. My great granddad and them had some horses. They keep them in this alleyway. Of course, these gates and stuff aren't from 1964. Since then, of course, we've added some boards and added the panels just to give it strength for when we're running cattle through here, calves, whatever we may be doing. Back when we used to haul our own cattle, that flatbed, I don't know if y'all seen it on the channel or not, but I had the racks for it, and then had a little ramp right here. Would bring the cows or the calves through the back of the barn, up through here, and up the chute. But since we don't haul our cattle now, we have a friend of ours comes with the cattle trailer, hauls when we need it. We just use this little area here, mainly if we've got like a baby calf that may not be doing too well. We can lock it up and the mama in here. Of course, give them access to water, hay, feed. Plus, of course, when the roof is on, they're out of the weather, and we can watch them really close and nurse everything back to health. Granddad was telling me that the majority of the wood that they used on the barn was white oak, which some of y'all may know is like a really strong wood. Of course, we paint the barn white about every 4 to 5 years just to help, of course, preserve the wood and all that. And I think painting it as often as we have, that's what's saved the wood. But of course, down here along the bottom, along the ground, it's going to have some little rotten places, but not bad. But for the majority, the barn is still very functional, and hopefully with this new roof and all that, it'll last 36, another 65 years or so. Of course, here is a big old stack of that Galvalume roofing. For the most part, most of it is still really good. It is still usable. We're just going to go ahead and, of course, like I mentioned earlier in the video, put that 5V metal roofing that's most common today. But our plan is, I think, on the back side of the barn where it gets most of the rain and all that, on the opposite side we're gonna cut it and run it up the sides of the barn. course, not covering the openings, just where the wood is right up there, and screw it to that, and hopefully it just help preserve that wood for a few more years. That's going to be it for today's video. Sorry there wasn't a whole lot of action going on, but I just wanted to let y'all know on this pretty good sized project we got going on here at the farm. So if you like the video, don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. Those are greatly appreciated. Leave a comment or a complaint down there at the bottom. If you want to get notifications in the future, just hit that subscribe button and the little bell off to the side. That just lets me know and lets YouTube know that you enjoy the channel. Plus it helps get the channel more recognition and gets it out there for more people to view. And also the best thing about subscribing, not only to my channel, but any other channel out there in the YouTube world, it's free, doesn't cost anything, and they're not going to send you any kind of bogus emails. But other than that, I'm going to go find me something to eat, and I'll catch you on the next one.